Welcome back, everybody, to the Ninjago 5-minute stories video. Tonight's video is actually going to be separated into two parts. The first part, we're going to read What Goes Up, and then the second part will be The Last Wish. The Last Wish video will come out after I'm done posting What Goes Up. The reason why I did not do What Goes Up yesterday was because I got very busy and I went out to dinner last night with family. And then I was watching Friday Night SmackDown, and then I got so tired that I didn't really want to do a video. So I didn't, but it's all right though. But now we're here, and we're going to do What Goes Up. Like I said, if you want to get this book, you can get this book wherever books are sold. If you also want to go to 8-Bit Brick's YouTube channel, you guys can go to his YouTube channel to have him read, to see him read the Lego Ninjago 5-minute stories. So anyways, let's do What Goes Up. All right. What Goes Up? Jay assembles a group of let's be nice and call them unique warriors to help him save the world from Nadakan, the evil wishing granting Jin. There's Dareth, who calls himself the Brown Ninja, which Dareth is very funny. Skylar, the reformed daughter of the evil Master Chen, one of the ninja's greatest enemies. Captain Soto, a pirate who fought in Nadakan in the distant past. Ronin, a professional thief. Echo Zane, a copy of one of Master Wu's ninjas. And Misako, the mother of Lloyd. Also, another of Wu's ninja. Will this thrive group of would-be heroes be enough to save the day? Let's find out. And here's the picture of Ronin saving somebody. Alright. Master Wu looked up at the sky. The evil Jin Nadakan had used his magic to lift a huge chunk of earth and stone over the city. Even if the ninja won their fight against their enemy, the city was in danger of being crushed. Wu turned to the small group of warriors clustered around him. He sighed and shook his head. I have to remember to talk to Jay about team building one day, Wu said to himself. He hoped this motley crew of would-be heroes would be enough to save the day. If their hearts were in the right place and their courage helped, anything was possible. And here's everyone. There's Wu, there's Dareth, one of my favorites. There's Misako, there's Captain Soto, there's Ronin, there's Skylar, and then there's Echo Zane, second of Master Wu's thing. While the ninja were fighting to stop Nadakan up in the sky on his flying pirate ship, Wu led this team to help the people on the ground. We all know what we have to do, Wu said. The group, let us be swift and as a sparrow and mighty as a dragon. Well, I guess that's better than flat as a pancake, said Ronin. Everyone knew it was a race against time. If Nadakan won, the world was doomed. If the ninja won, the city would be destroyed. So if nothing else, they had to try to save the people in the city. Dareth came up upon the crowd of people on a street corner, fragilely debating whatever the world was coming to an end. He jumped on top of a car and said with a smile, "Cheer up, folks! The Brown Ninja is here to tell you everything is going to be okay." The crowd quieted down and someone said, "What's a Brown Ninja?" "This," said Dareth, going into a series of completed martial art moves in minutes. The people who had been panicked before were smiling and applauding. And here's Dareth. You gotta love the Brown Ninja. Dareth. Another part of the city Ronan and Echo Zane were keeping an eye out for anyone in need. They heard screams racing around the corner. They saw a building start toppling over. The ground beneath it must have been weakened after Nauticon broke up the land and took it and said, "Zane, the Ninjoid!" "Action first, explain later," Ronan said. Already on the run, he caught a flagpole and went onto a rapid spin. When he had built up enough central full force, he let go and rocked toward the building, timing it perfectly. He caught two people who were falling out of the building. Meanwhile, Zane rushed over and used his amazing strength to slow the building's collapse long enough for the rescue workers to evacuate the structure. Even Ronan was impressed. And here's Echo Zane, and then there's Ronan. And so it went all over the city. Misako spoke with the commissioner, who disappeared police and firefighters to valuable points in the city. Captain Soto used a fisherman's net to haul in looters. Skylar helped saved the city's power planet from an overload when half the faculty got dragged into the sky by the Jin's magic. Finally, when most of the people in the city were safe from immediate danger, the team reunited with Master Wu to check in and figure out what they needed to do next. No one could forget. They were standing in the shadow of rock and earth, hovering over the sky above them. "We're doing all the right so far," said Misako, "but it's all for nothing if they don't win the battle up there." A sudden tumor shook the ground beneath the hero's feet. Cracks began appearing in the street around where they were standing, spreading rapidly in every direction. "I hate to tell you this," said Ronan, "but it may be all for nothing anyway." "Watch out!" yelled Dareth. It was already too late. The slab of land they were standing on broke free and soared into the air to join all the other Nauticon had stolen. Captain Soto peered over the edge and saw more chunks of land tearing themselves loose and rising towards the sky. "Long way down," said Skylar, "and getting longer every second. Are we going to do something about this? The top floor is full of nasty pirates and an evil Jin," Master Wu frowned. "We are raising quickly, and it is already too far for most of us to jump." Echo Zane cut in. "Yes, a jump could result in multiple injuries, and we get the picture," injecting Ronan. "Maybe you could spinjitzu us down, Wu." Master Wu shook his head. "I can't carry all of you to safety quickly enough." Derek looked up at the land that had formed in the sky from the stolen pieces of Ninjago Terran. Then he looked down and saw more hunks of earth and rocks rising from the surface, like a swarm of giant insects. Or did they actually look more like stepping stones? The brown ninja smiled. "That's our way out," he said, pointing downward. "We jump from one piece of land to the next until we reach the street. But we have to be fast and accurate, or else squish." "Squish," repeated Echo Zane. "Never mind," said Ronan. "It's a technical term. I don't have a better I forgot to show you guys the picture. Here it is. And I don't know if I should. Oh, and I didn't show you guys this picture as well. There it is. I should show more of the pictures. LOL. I know, I should show you more of the pictures. I don't have a better idea, said Skylar, so I guess I'll go first. Okay. Never mind, said Ronan. It's a technical term. I don't have a better idea, said Skylar, so I guess I'll go first. With that, Skylar leaped off the edge. She dropped about 2 yards to the next floating hunk of rock. Nothing to it, Skylar yelled to the others. See you at the bottom. Ronan waited for her to make another jump before following Dareth. Gave Captain Soto a little nudge towards the edge. Don't worry, it's no harder than jumping from one ship to another in a storm. Arr, replied the old pirate. And what crazy fools would ever do that? Us, said Dareth, as he pushed the surprised captain in direction of the next rock. Soto fell, falling and yelling. Agazane helped out to hand us to Misako. Shall we? And here it is. Here's them jumping from island to island. Skylar was finding it tough going the piece of land, accumulating as they rose higher, making it hard to jump speed and distance. One time she almost tumbled off, and another time she skipped upon landing and barely held on. She was about to make the next jump when Ronan unexpectedly landed behind her. Problem? He asked. I don't have problems, she replied, jumping off. I usually cause problems. Knowing the thief was watching, Skylar flipped in a marland on her hands on the next rock, then pushed off and flipped again. Enforcedly to the ground, she looked up and smiled. Your turn! But the smile didn't last long. High above, Skylar could see Dareth and Captain Soto making their third jump. They landed all wrong, and Captain Soto went over the side, dangling from Dareth's outstretched arm. Let go of me, lad! Save yourself! Cried the pirate. Don't be silly, said Dareth. Just hang on, and I'll put you up. Good, said Soto, because I didn't really mean that. There's Dareth trying to hold Captain Soto, or else he would fall. Or else he would go tumbling down. Above, Misako has found it surprising that she had made it a third of the way down to the ground without injury. Shaking off, Ekazane said, I've got this, and jumped, but the rock was rising faster than she expected, and she missed it completely, tumbling toward the ground. Misako bounced off one rock and then another, but it didn't slow her down much. She closed her eyes and prepared herself for impact. She was halfway through the list of all of the things she still wanted to do with her life when she felt a hand close around her wrist. Misako opened her eyes to see Master Wu smiling down at her. Spinjitzu, said Wu. A most useful skill to learn. Wu and Misako landed beside the others all around. Then there were a huge craters, which all that remained after Nauticon had torn the land. Free from the planet's surface, they had survived, but they had not stopped the evil Jinn. You have done well, Master Wu said to the team. You have helped the people of the city, and you have lived to fight another day. Ronan looked up at the sea of rock floating on the sky. So what do we do if the ninja beat Nauticon and suddenly starts raising rocks? Master Wu followed his gaze. We honor the courage of my ninja by matching it with our own in life. Ronan, whatever goes up must come down. And a job of a hero is to catch it when it falls. And here's a picture of Misako falling. And this isn't a page, but here's the picture of all of them together. and that was What Goes Up. Hope you enjoyed the video. I will be back to do part number 2, the second book. And like I said at the beginning of the video, if you want to get this book, you can get this book wherever books are sold. You could also go to 8-Bit Bricks. He is a great TikTok user and a great YouTuber. He does all different types of Lego stuff. He does Lego reviews, Lego news, and all types of different types of Lego. He also does the Lego Ninjago 5-minute stories reading. So if you want to go to his YouTube channel, check it out. He's also reading the Lego Ninjago 5-minute stories. He just did What Goes Up. So that was pretty cool, but you know, I'm on the next story now. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will be back for part 2 of the next video.